Hello, everyone. We are playing D-Dads today. Um, Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. I've played this game before on stream. Also, I'm sorry if. Hold on one second. I have like a tickle in my throat. Apologies. If my energy seems a little bit low, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit sleepy. I've had a very long weekend, but we're here today to date some dads. Mm. This is like the third time that the theme song has played, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Let's just jump right into the game. Alright, let's see. Um we're gonna continue from I believe this is when we last played. My character's name is Lecter. Oh, we have dads. Hi Lecter, it's me, your dear old friend from way Dad Manda, haha. Um Welcome to sign up for Dad Book. They've recently added this exciting new messenger, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads. Take care not to miss them. We gonna. Can we write a message? Oh! What? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wait, no. Wow, I didn't say that. That is so funny. I've never noticed that before, so I guess you can write messages. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dad Book? Why, Lecter, I never. We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for an amazing and talented and easy to buy things for daughter? Though I am, of course, flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, I know I didn't go to business school. I barely managed to get my degree. Wait, no. Wow. I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Conversation ended. Okay, so I didn't know that you could actually, like, have conversations with people. I forget who we were trying to romance, if anybody. I. Man. Um. Craig is, I feel like, the safe choice. I feel like everybody picks Craig. Um, but like, I don't know. I feel like everybody picks Craig or Robert. Um, Unfortunately, I know that like Joseph's route is not the most healthy. I'm kind of thinking either Brian, Matt, or Damien. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't vibe with Hugo very much. But yeah, Damien, Matt, or Brian. Mm, Coffee Dad or Hot Topic Vampire was your leaning before. Yeah, so Coffee Dad, Hot Topic Dad. I really like Brian. I think I'm gonna go for Hot Topic Dad. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will do my best to understand. I love long strolls through the graveyards and spending time with my son. If you, uh, if you ever if you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. Um, on a Friday night, listening to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. What are your turn ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. Let's see. yeah, I like Damien a lot. I think Damien's very funny. Hi, Damien. I'm gonna message you. Please, please like me, Damien. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and write out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit for a minute and see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee, and the computer finally dings. Lecter, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind... Okay, hold on. Lecter, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do not find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me as gentlemanly manner as I would have... As I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I think that's correct. I hope that's correct. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Blood March. Hey, Amanda. Amanda pops out of her room, and her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright? Oh, yeah, totally. I'm cool. Oh, I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry about your plant. I can buy you a new one if you want. A real one this time. That's sweet, but I rescued that plant, and now that I know it's fake, She clenches her fist with determination. I'm still going to love it no matter what. Is this what being a parent is like? Yes, sweetie. Make sure it gets into a good college. But seriously, you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm sharing my succulent woes with you. Okay, just remember that it's okay to be sad. And also remember I love you very much. And only want what's best for you. Alright, jeez. Don't make me cry again. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No. Can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided that they needed to go back, that they needed to do... What they needed to do was bring back the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time and now you're reciting things like you know them. Reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, and then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Lecter. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. I made the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms over the other houses in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer. Nothing the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives are noting. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing good. Hello, everybody. I'm awake, I promise. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm well. I have a brain. Noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? And where's Damien? Sorry. I'm like not not fully, like I'm fully awake, but like my brain's a little foggy, I'm not gonna lie. Lecter, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase while walking with with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? Accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around the house, showcasing the parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
Oh.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwellings. We walk past a door that's covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward. There's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Oh my gosh, look at all the bugs. This is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Ooh. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs. It's very impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Perhaps I could show you sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of a full-length window? Wait, really?
Oh.
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. You know, Lecter, in the Victorian era, when there was a controversy surrounding reading, many people. No. In the Victorian era, there was a controversy. There was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime that would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I found Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. I can't read that. You know what? I cannot. I will not. I'm gonna skip past it for the sake of my careers.
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to the sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the table on which they were served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying. Ah, okay, hold on. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is very impressive. It seems like you've put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. Oh gosh. Lecter is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be Lecter in this moment. You're serious? Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously?
Oh.
I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws, and love it all at the same time. Tell me, Lecter, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the way that they're passionate about things is intriguing and honestly rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Damien just like me for real. I'm just like, tell me about the things you're interested in. That's what I find cute. That's what draws me to people, is when they have a lot of passion for their interests, or like they have genuine, like, actual interests, not just like, I don't know, whatever's poppin', I guess. quick, sound sophisticated. Um, uh, I I actually genuinely do like watching soap making videos on the internet. Soap is an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that to the people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. I think that I was supposed to answer something else. Hold on. Let me try this again.
How delightful.
Your home is impressive.
Oh.
Okay. I learned I okay. Not that one. I do I have to tell him that I'm good at word jumbles? I mean, to be fair, I'm also I love me some word jumbles. Really? Huh. Alright, written word fascinates me, and we spend so much time using words. I think that people would appreciate them if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Interesting. Okay. So, I would just like to say, for the record, one, I do actually have an interest in soap making. I think it's very funny. Two, I did learn how to juggle. I am not good at it. I didn't really want to expose the fact that I play Wordle from the New York Times on a normal basis. I'm not going to say what my normal basis is, but I do play it pretty often. So there's that.
Oh.
I have one more thing to show you. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. I actually do know a little bit about, like, flower code. I don't want to call it that, but it's like, you know, like, oh, this flower means I'm interested in you, and this flower means like I would like your hand in marriage, and this flower means I see you as a very good friend, and stuff like that. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? Um, I don't. Um, so lilies. If I'm thinking, if I have this correct, lilies were definitely a very like platonic flower, if that makes any kind of sense. Um, and I think when what this is saying is like, oh, you're tight to hang out with. I'm hoping that that's what that means. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Out of all of these, I am actually I'm a really big fan of all of these. I have a sunflower tattoo, but that's because it's symbolic for my grandmother. Um, and so I've kind of loved to I love to associate sunflowers with my grandma. I don't really love sunflowers just as they are. I'm more of a fan of snapdragons. I really like snapdragons. Actually, they're really cool. Honeysuckles are nice, but they're uh I don't know. I feel like it's too safe. I like snapdragons because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Ah! uh, I love that actually. I I have a thing for for bouquets, and I don't know. Every time that I've ever received flowers for anything, whether it be um okay, so like for example, um I did dance in high school, and I would have my dance performances, and um somebody, and I can't remember who. It wasn't my parents because they knew better than to give me flowers, just because usually I wouldn't like them, but somebody brought me a bouquet, and it had 3 roses in it specifically. And I remember going home, putting the rest of the bouquet into a vase and picking out those 3 roses, hanging them upside down from my curtain rod, and drying them out. And I didn't move them, I want to say, for almost 5 years. They just lived there. And when I moved into my studio space, I actually put them uh, in a vase. So they're just my little dried out roses in a vase. And then this year for Valentine's Day, I received a rose from somebody, and I did the same thing. I took the rose, I dried it out. It didn't dry um, quite as nicely as the others did, but I didn't dry it out properly, to be fair, but I dried it out, and now it's sitting in the vase as well. And um, my when I went to formal dances, and I had a corsage to wear, I put my corsage flowers, again, dried them out, and now they're in a box. So I have my corsage from when I went to a winter formal dance and when I went to prom my junior year of high school. I did not get a senior prom because COVID. Scary. So, anyways, Damien's gonna make a bouquet for me, or for Lecter, but I am Lecter. Lecter is me. He would put together a bouquet for me. No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Lecter, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket, and I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. No, I knocked over the gargoyle! Oh. Oh boy. Heck. Oh my gosh, why is this timed? What? Oh my gosh. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Goal.
Yay! I built the gargoyle. I did it. Oh, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah,
Lecter, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything's perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by the anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't look like Hugo and Damien's first time they've had the my kids are in trouble rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had, I can't see the bottom of that. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. We found another teacher in the boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son, and Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
ah,
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you to see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Lucien, did you try to cask of hold on. Amontillado? Is it Amontillado or Amontillado? Hold on. Hold on. How do you say it, please?
Amontillado.
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 Amontillado. Cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's Cask of Amontillado?
huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with the promise of wine and a promise of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here, that Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, But then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad,
Whoa.
it took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, then a review of the movie.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me.
I don't know.
Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch. You too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately pulls his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether you want to go or not. But I care about you and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues to stare out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. In all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think that yelling him is going to do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. Whatcha watchin'? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to. He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Yeah. Lucian live-streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise it was a fun day. And that Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. We're gonna kiss that dad. We're gonna kiss Damien right on the lips. Not that.
Depend.
Oh my god. While I'm doing my afternoon jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac, and I wonder if we got any coupons. The nice mail person slides a couple letters and a large yellow envelope through the mail slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it.
Oh.
And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't.
Yeah.
I got in! Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and takes a look at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview, and the photography is your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to. But I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie. We're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice. Whatever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along to the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad. You know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rita with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships lazily sail through the bay. And the dorms are right near a bunch of those cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know. I'm just excited. Did I mention that the students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we all get professional photo editing software for free? It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA. But I wish she wouldn't do it between her bites of her burrito. I thought I told her to chew her mouth. I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with similar major and interests. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can become a lifelong friend. But don't ever get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about how our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded, I can't read, that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled. Ooh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit or a snake or both. Would a snake eat a rabbit, though? Oh boy. I think I'll leave that all up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it.
Ah.
Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're going to make me cry, too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's going to make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead.
Nah.
Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Got dads. Hi, Craig. Hey, buddy, I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner. And I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and I can't get a good read on him. I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself, so will you come with me, please? I love food. I especially love food that's free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I hope that that's a sweat of relief. That doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can even work itself into a paranoia spiral. Craig and I decide to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch with a bottle of wine in hand.
Hey.
Lecter! Boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two first.
Nice.
One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was on the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it. But still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would just define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True. Maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second! This is uncharted territory, Lecter. What if he's making the barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door opens, and Robert looks a little surprised to see me. Lecter, didn't know you'd be tagging along. Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not... No, it's fine. Come on in. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I would probably have to take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like osso buco. Robert leaves the room and I presumably to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding? I don't know. What's osso buco? I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have an osso buco in front of me, we can only assume so. I've heard of osso. I don't know if it's called osso buco. Hold on. What is osso buco? It is veal shanks braised with vegetables, white wine, and broth. Served with risotto or polenta, depending on the regional variation. It's from Italy. Also, ossobuco is all one word, not two separate words. Are we about to get sawed? Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Robert finally walks into the room, carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust them. So we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates. I hope that that's okay. Robert sets the plates in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell what this is. It looks like meat, maybe. Lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but it could also be pasta. I guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite. Oh my god. I take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender and the risotto, I think is what it is so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant, or at least I think it was a restaurant.
Nice.
Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary, but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. I'm glad you like it. Where did you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. Is he messing with us? I decide to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could to scrape together some cash. One night I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid, and I go inside to pay before I realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back into the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for a safe passage in the crew quarters of a cargo ship? Anyway, I still love to cook. I still don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good, I kinda don't care. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. The ossobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. Hey. Is it bad if I ask you for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for dessert. I made lemon berry Savarin? Savarin? It is a ring-shaped cake that has been soaked in flavored syrup. Sorry. Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me.
Hey.
Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig. I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more ossobuco than my body can handle, and then really ensuring a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever Savarin was, Craig and I decide to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's also Buko involved.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Any updates? So this is gonna be kind of a shorter stream, because like I said, I do have a movie date coming up here in a little bit. But I wanted to officially start my dad dating. We made some friends. We had some giggles. Y'all got some ghost lore. So, I'm going to stop the very short stream here. Next week we are playing, we're gonna be looking at a Minecraft mod pack, and I will be playing The Sims. So, I hope to see you all there when that happens. Have a wonderful rest of your evenings or days, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. And I will see you all on Friday. I promise that the next streams will be longer than this one, but have a wonderful day or night, wherever you're at, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye!